Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another thrilling episode of f0rje Plays Risk of Rain 2. Today we're going to give another shot at a multi-run because, honestly, our last one was not that impressive. We were not doing super hot, and that's to say the least. Did not adjust to his lower speed as well as we could. And from what I recall, the last multi-run was recorded like a week ago. Yeah, it did not go well. So we're gonna hope we get some cool stuff and actually show what multi is worth. Now, as always, our goal is to make it to the Celestial Portal and obliterate ourselves at the shrine to finally complete that, considering we've been aiming for it for a little while now. Ooh, sentient meat hook. Not too bad. This is a item which, when procced, I don't actually know if it does damage or if it just pulls things together. Although apparently it doesn't seem to be working on Lemurians very well. I want to farm a little bit on this first stage. Mostly just to get a couple items before we fight the boss. There's also a achievement that we can do, or a challenge we can do, to complete 3 of these combat shrines on a single stage. But that requires actually seeing 3 combat shrines in a single stage, which up until this point I have not encountered. Now, in our last run, oh man, we died because I was being stupid. We had it in the bag. We were so close to actually getting to the Celestial Portal, and I don't even know. I went brain dead for about 30 seconds. Let's take the random Topaz Roach. Seems pretty good. Hopefully we get a good active item here. Crowdfunder is what I would consider the opposite of a good active item. However, I do think as long as we don't go up against Wandering Vagrant, Multi has enough of a good kit that you don't actually need too many good items to get through. So let's see what we got here. Beetle Queen. See, this is exactly what we were hoping to see. Beetle Queen is the perfect... Well, maybe not the perfect, but probably the easiest boss, especially on the first stage. And with just the base damage we do from Multi's nail gun, oh boy, seems pretty good. Yeah, this is not a problem at all. So we definitely gotta get rolling with the anecdotes today. Let's see, last time we talked about bacon cheeseburgers, and my unified theory of removing bacon from cheeseburgers. So I've been job hunting recently over the last couple of months, and I don't know if you've job hunted too often, you know, if you've been lucky enough to have a consistent employment or haven't had to job hunt while you're, you know, kind of on the edge. But it's really stressful and oftentimes can be pretty dehumanizing in my experience. Like, let's just lay it out. Job hunting friggin' sucks. 100%. Especially in this day and age where everything is online and businesses don't need to give you any, even like recognition that they received your application. You can apply for a job and you'll just hear nothing back, and that's just how it is. Oftentimes you just read all of these job postings and there's nothing else to it but like, here's our perfect applicant, and if you don't meet these applicants, don't even bother applying. And you know, I'm 27 now, so it's not like I'm applying for introductory entry-level positions or anything like that. But even a lot of entry-level positions, like I remember when I was applying for jobs straight out of college, it was like even super easy entry-level, like, I don't know, just sitting at a desk doing unskilled office work, air quotes, unskilled office work, would be like, requires 5 years experience, entry-level job. Oh my goodness. 2 legendary items on the first stage. Neither of them are run winners, but not horrible items either. But yeah, anyways. You know, it's like, you look at these job postings, and it's hard not to, like, be overly critical of yourself, I think. Because, you know, you're essentially having to compete. Like, a lot of times interviewers will ask questions like, oh, you know, why are you so interested in this job? Like, you're supposed to put that kind of stuff in your cover letter. And it just strikes me, like, it should be perfectly socially acceptable to say, I just want to I want to be able to eat. That's why I'm interested in this job. Especially for something that's not like, you know, you're not applying to be a fundraiser for the Red Cross, you know? If you're applying to, I don't know, work at a factory, you shouldn't have to be like, blah, 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 blah. I love auto parts and machine making and all this other crap in your cover letter or your application, or, you know, when you talk to the interviewer. You should be able to say, I want to eat, I need money, and that should just be like, yep, okay. Because the thing is, everyone's thinking it. Like, even people who are super involved in, like, their company and are, like, really, you know, oh my god, this company is the best company, and blah, 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 blah. When they were applying for that job, it's not because they were, oh man, it's like, nah bro, I want to eat. And it just bothers me that that's not considered a socially acceptable thing to say on an application. Because really, that's what it all comes down to. There are some people who, if given the choice, like, if they didn't have to, would still probably have a job. But that's not me, and I dare say that's not most people. You know, if I had infinite money, you best bet I wouldn't be working. I'd be doing other, more filling things. Like, probably streaming full-time, or like... Well, I guess if I had infinite money, maybe I wouldn't be streaming full-time. I'd probably be, like, relaxing on a beach in... I don't freaking know, Jamaica. Getting drunk every day, because that seems like something that I would probably do if I had infinite money. Ugh. Consuming copious amounts of alcohol, and laying on a beach. Maybe doing some sailing. All of those things sound like fantastic things to be doing with infinite money. Working at a dead-end office job, you know, not really high on the list. And I think that would go for most people. I don't have enough to hit this green chest yet. It's like 90 something. Also, I just learned recently that stages in Risk of Rain 2 can, like, eventually only spawn one type of enemy. Okay, double slow wasn't really what I had in mind. How much does the gold statue cost at this point? It's gotta be like 300 or 400. I can't. 382. Okay, that's not bad. We're gonna farm for this. Still have not successfully managed to get to the bonus stage? I don't think. So I'm not really sure what the dilly-do is, but we have an opportunity to find out. Also, I'm stupid, I wasn't supposed to open that chest. I'm supposed to be farming. Let's see, what do we got for white items? There is exactly one that I want to trade away, and honestly, goat hoof was not it, so I feel really foolish doing that. But we will probably get more movement speed increasing opportunities in the future. I would like to get our healing sorted while we have the chance. Ooh, that's an elite. Wait, maybe not. Never mind. It was, I thought it was glowing like a different color, and that's the sure sign of an elite. But I guess not quite. Not in that case. But yeah, like, even looking for, like, so I have a degree in political science, which is like, haha, yeah, right. Seemed like a good idea at the time. You know, I've got friends who are doing great things with it. For me, you know, probably should have thought about it a little more and gone for something that I would have enjoyed long term, like programming. Which I had a real interest in college, but was given a lot of false advice by not only, like, people who didn't understand, but, you know, professors and such in college, advisory professors, being like, you know... So I'll just say I'm not very good at high-level math, you know. I understand a lot of the basics. I'm really good at things like algebra, which, you know, isn't exactly a difficult discipline. There are, like, a lot of calculus things I can grasp pretty easily, but something about trigonometry just breaks my brain. Can't do it. Like, you can give me so many questions. I remember when I was taking calculus, you know, it wasn't difficult for me to understand a lot of those principles of calculus, but when you started adding trigonometry to it, I got totally lost. And that's just been a consistent thing for me. And I was told by a lot of people, you know, not just parents and family members, but also, like I said, advisors in college, that, you know, if you're not good at math, you shouldn't get into computer science. You know, you won't be able to succeed at programming. Which I have since learned is, you know, patently false. Like, obviously there are aspects where math will help you out a lot. But it's not like, you know, if you're not the greatest at math, you can't do anything. There are plenty of opportunities to succeed in the programming field that don't involve complex mathematical comprehension. But that was not what I was told, even, like I said, by advisors when I was in college. So, even though I had an interest in programming, and I honestly had for a very long time, since a very young age, I didn't pursue that interest in college, where I think, I mean, honestly, it would have been the smartest time to do so. Ooh, okay, never mind. Claw is pretty good. I didn't realize that claws actually did damage like that, because that was like a straight one-shot. Alright, so now we've got all of that. We should probably trigger the teleporter now. Maybe pop this one chest on the way. We've already spent enough time here farming. So, the whole reason I was bringing this up is that my degree's in political science, not as, you know, helpful as I would have liked it to be. Oh, great, he's gonna do this. We can just barely avoid him for a very small amount of time by doing that. Otherwise, you have to stay... I figured out that you can actually dodge his laser if you stay fairly close to him. He won't even use it, which is super handy. It saves us a lot of hassle, because, like we saw there, it's pretty difficult to dodge. You have to be moving really fast or, you know, get behind cover. But, with my political science degree, you know, that relegates me a lot of times to specific types of office jobs, you know? Working for things that involve politics, which makes sense, you know, political science. So like, you know, nonprofit fundraising, things of that nature. And when you look for jobs in that field, like, you don't get into that kind of stuff unless you've got a cause. And so the applications are like, we're looking for a young, passionate, blah, 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 you know, and the problem that I've experienced, and that to me makes a lot of that stuff like totally unbearable, is I'm not a joiner, you know? Like, it feels like to succeed in a field like that, you have to really believe in the cause. There's not really room for a guy like me who kind of just wants to make enough money to feed himself and then go home at 5 o'clock. You know, one of my last jobs I had was for an organization like that, and it was really like, looking back on it, like, I don't want to say like a cult, but like, you know, definitely like, people were really passionate about the field that they were working in, pretty much across the board. We need to take care of this boss, like ASAP. Okay, I was really hoping that you wouldn't do that. Thankfully, Multi has enough base health. I think he's got maybe one of the highest base healths in the game, that it's not too much of a worry. You know, we can tank at least one laser shot. Like, would I like the time to heal up, get our cautious slug going? Yes, please give me that opportunity. But we can at least tank some small stuff, or one of the lasers. Now, there was a chest around here, I thought. Yeah, it's right back here. So, I don't know exactly how this stage works. I haven't looked it up or anything. There does not appear to be a teleporter. Just these trees. Ah, okay, so the trees cost money. When you turn them on, they turn gold. Okay. You got it. There's an elite right here. Taking a lot of damage. I really regret dropping that goat hoof. I'm gonna be honest. Let's, oh wait, we already hit that. Gave us the monster tooth necklace, which is like, practically worthless. Alright, so we want to heal up. We also want to activate as many of these as we can. Multi's long-range inaccuracy is rough to deal with. Okay, so there's the boss. He's immune. Looks like there's more trees. So, what do I have to... He's still immune. Okay, so I get it, I get it. We have to get enough gold. Probably should have farmed up. But, I mean, I guess we didn't know that this would happen. Okay, obviously, I'm trying to kill this elite because he'll give us a big boost of money. You know, more than anything else will. There we go. Now we can activate that. And he's still immune. Why is he still immune? We must have missed a tree? Oh, there's one over here. Wow, right next to each other. Gosh. Gosh darn it. There we go. Now he is vulnerable. Uh-oh, he's using his laser. Alright, we need to zerg him down, because if he does as much damage as I think, and we've got a lot of these small guys around, we need to just take him out. Now, it looks like he's spawned the rocket launcher thing, so we actually have to be extra careful now. But he's pretty low. I haven't done this before, and I didn't look it up. Wasn't expecting him to just be a Stone Titan clone, so you know. Nice. Ooh, without any beacons deactivating. Even better. What do we get? Titanic Neural? Is that what that is? Halcyon Seed. Summon Aurelionite during the teleporter event. Interesting. I don't think there were any more chests, right? This was the only one? Let's just pop in the portal. I don't care about this. I wonder what that means. Like, do we have to fight him during the teleporter event, or is he on our side? Interesting questions. What I would really love to see, we already have a pretty high rate of fire. Ooh. I'd love to see sunglasses. You know, some crit chance would definitely get this run poppin'. Also, some more on-hit effects. Rocket launcher. I mean, we've got some pretty solid ones already. Meat hook. Well, we got the ukulele, don't we? Yeah. Honestly, I think rocket launcher will probably take this run to the next level. Man, I'm getting blown up with text messages. But don't worry, I'm not going to interrupt our thrilling gameplay just to answer text messages, because they're not super important ones, I don't believe. I do think multi's too slow. I really honestly believe that, but I do love popping the sprint to smash into the larger enemies to stun them and deal a ton of damage. Yeah, we need to stop taking damage here for a second. So we're going for this chest and goat hoof. But yeah, ooh, sprint speed, love it. So yeah, I've been job hunting for about a month, and it's been a lot of applications, and I haven't heard back from a single one. It's pretty demoralizing. Like, at the very least, rejection letters would be nice. But it's just, in this day and age, there are so many people. A lot of times, you put in an application and it doesn't even get seen by a person at first. The first thing that happens is a computer goes through and, like, runs through everything and just rejects a whole lot of applications based on keywords. So it's really difficult. You know, I'm just trying to, like, pay the bills. Good lord. The number of legendary items we've gotten, even just on this early run, is insane. Although, again, really would love to see some crit glasses. You know, all of these legendaries are nice, but... Good lord. What is this? That was 2 legendaries out of chests in a row. The likelihood of that happening has got to be so freaking low. Oh yeah, give me a good active item too. You know, that it doesn't even matter if I pick it up, because, like, I'm never gonna use it. It's so bad. Just like I've got the crowdfunder and I'm not using it. The reason I'm not using it is because the crowdfunder literally takes your money and uses it as ammo. But anyways, we have enough. Like I said, Multi's kit is strong enough. We need to just pop the boss and get moving. Otherwise, the game is gonna start to outpace us. Overlord's difficult, but not... Oh, Aurelionite. Oh, and he's attacking the imp? Oh my god! That laser just did half his health. Oh, that was beautiful. Ow. Okay, getting hit by that wasn't beautiful, but... Holy crap. That's insanity. I wonder if you can, now that we've unlocked it, I wonder if you can only get this item from doing the secret stage, or if it'll spawn in the normal item pool now. Downside is he does block our shots, which makes things quite a bit more difficult, but... I mean, did you see how much damage he did to the boss? This is gonna be a good run, boys. This is gonna be a real good run. Unless I do something stupid, but I could just feel we're making it to the obelisk. For sure. And the thing that's actually even cooler is that the obelisk not only unlocks a new character, but when you get to the obelisk, you gain... Wait, did I ever pick up the item for defeating the boss? Do we even get an item for defeating the boss? What? Maybe it was a duplicate of an item we already had, like a lily or something? Huh. Whatever. We could have looked around for more chests, but I just wanted to get out of there. Anyways, not only does it give you... Not only does it give you a new character, it also gives you a bunch of lunar coins, which will give us enough to not only go to the bazaar, but unlock the character in the bazaar as well. Which is just fantastic. Ooh, yeah, Will-o'-the-Wisp, really good for clearing crowds. Leech Seed is also really good just because of how fast we shoot. I'm not sure which one I want to go for. Our survivability right now is kind of suspect, so I think Leeching Seed is probably going to be the get. Still need a little bit more, though. Okay, there we go. That should be enough. Alright, let's find the teleporter. I kind of want to Zerg through these stages, because I don't want to get too far behind. Because we don't have a guillotine. I don't even remember if we have that unlocked. I think we do. We don't have the ability to execute elite enemies, and so I want to progress a bit farther before we have to start fighting elites all the time. Because oh my, I really can't get up this without a double jump. There we go. Oh my god, look at how many of these guys are spawning. Well, yeah, so I've been job hunting for a while. A lot of them, you know, it's difficult when you're not a joiner. Like, I know I'm kind of repeating myself here, but it's like so frustrating because I just want a job where I can just like go in, do my work, go home, and that's it. I don't want to have to deal with anything else, you know, get super ingrained in like the corporate culture. Actually, you know what? We have a really strong boss. Now that I think about it, there is a secret character on this stage, or a secret boss fight on this stage, and I did read how to start it. You have to find these eggs here and shoot them. I think you have to shoot 6 stacks of eggs, and the boss is really tanky, so it's better to do it early than late. Oh my goodness, please die. And I already see 2 things of eggs right here, so might as well. Oh, that was pretty strong. missile drone. Eggs in here? I know where some of them spawn, but not all of them, and sometimes it gets kind of confusing because of the mushrooms. Man, with the meat hook, having Will-o'-the-Wisp would have been really strong, but honestly, I kind of just want to make sure that we have survivability first. Okay, that's 3 eggs that we've broken. Let's go out here, maybe there will be some more. I haven't actually successfully beaten this boss yet. Okay, there's 4. So I'm kind of worried. I don't know anything about this boss. I kind of want to pop that Shrine of the Mountain. Maybe not yet, though. Like, I think we've got a strong base kit, but I don't know how great we are overall. You know, we don't exactly have the most powerful run right now. No crit glasses, no rocket launcher. There's the teleporter. You know, we've got the meat hook. We don't have any on kill effects to deal with large crowds. Okay. There must be more eggs down here somewhere. Oh, there's one. Hear distant whirring. Okay, so we've got one more. I know it's 6. I know that you have to beat 6 of them. Oh, just freaking great. Honestly, I think we're gonna hold off. We could fight that guy. I would rather launch this boss first. Because, ooh, there we go. Crit class is what we want to see. I mean, it's only a 10% chance. But I'm fairly sure that there's like a base crit chance that, like, maybe only like 1 or 2%, but it's there. So I have noticed that I've crit in situations where I did not yet have crit glasses. Also, ukulele plus meat hook is like, oh my god. Alright, here we go. Last thing of eggs. Whirring grows louder. Oh, here we go. He's got 44,000 health? What the frick? Honestly, I'm gonna dump all of our money here. Except apparently I can't. Oh no, we are. Okay. It just doesn't have an icon for whether it's shooting or not. Yeah, so like I said, ooh! What is... oh my god, okay. Ouch, that hurt. At least we have multiple stacks of our utility skill to more easily get out of that giant freaking aerial effect. Nope. Honestly gonna do that, so we can get more shooting power with Crowdfunder. It's a terrible item. I really honestly believe that, but I do think that it's better than having nothing. Also, we need to deal with these guys because those lasers are obnoxious. Ow. Do not want to get hit by that, especially not when we're low on health. Come on, cautious slug. Help! Help! Oh, okay. At least the shield that he spawns goes away, because that would just be ridiculous. Whew. I actually kind of didn't think we were going to get away there. But we've got this in the bag. Defeat 3,000 enemies. Damn! And we unlocked a new character. Hell to the yeah! Alright, now we need to trigger the boss. Where was the help? It's down in that hallway, right? Alright, so let's open this chest, because I just noticed that it's here. And then let's run and hide for a little bit to get Cautious Slug back up and running. And then let's pop the teleporter. It put 2 Wandering Vagrants in here? Oh my god. This is gonna be a disaster. Ugh. Alright. We gotta keep the talking going. So, I went to the grocery store yesterday. Well, actually, I've gone to the grocery store a couple of times this week. I go to the grocery store primarily for 2 reasons. One of which, actually, we're just gonna stay back over here. Because I do not want to deal with that. I go to the grocery store for 2 primary reasons. One is to buy soda, because your boy is addicted. You know, you would be saying, hey f0rje, why aren't you a card-carrying member of reddit.com/r/hydro homies, only consuming the most pure... Oh great. Freaking Red Whip, thank you for the most useless item known to man. Why aren't you a card-carrying member of reddit.com/r/hydro homies? And, you know, I would first say, well, invisible person, potentially a viewer that I have invented for the sake of this argument that I'm having with myself. Your boy is addicted. I've tried several times to stop drinking soda. I have failed miserably each time. You know, I just can't go without my fix of caffeine and carbonated sugar water. Yeah, so I go for food. Like, see, currently in my household, myself, my fiance, and our roommate have an agreement. We cook as a household on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Sundays, and we fend for ourselves on Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And now, I do need to clarify, when I say we as a household cook, I mean they do the cooking, I do the cleanup, dishes and the like, although sometimes I forget and that gets me in quite a bit of trouble, but, you know, I try. So what I do is I grocery shop for soda, and I grocery shop for things to eat on those days where I have to fend for myself. Oh, hello there. I am going to try and take this guy out right away. And I'm going to use those for some burst damage. Dude, crit glasses. You know, it's only 10% crit chance, but we attack so fast. So anyways, we will take 1 sticky bomb. It's not a great damage increase, but, you know, more on hit effects means more damage pretty much no matter what. I'm also going to do this for damage. So, I go to the grocery store. Usually, I try to go once every 2 weeks. Exceptions being made for whether or not I have run out of soda. Sometimes I'll go a little bit more frequently. Oftentimes, my fiance will ask me if I want to go to the grocery store, and I say no, and then she gets sad, and so I'll go with her anyways and wind up spending money that I don't need to on things that I shouldn't be buying. But, you know, that's just life. I would like more items, please, now that we have a decent amount of gold. Gosh. What is that 3D printer? Shield generators from the looks of it? That seems totally useless. Yeah, Totally useless. Now, I usually say no, and I try to go to the grocery store as infrequently as possible because I friggin' hate the grocery store with a burning passion. Okay, that was basically a wasted use of that. Teleporter's over here. Honestly, I'm gonna activate it right now. Actually, I'm gonna activate this chest first. Rocket launcher, please. Double jump. You know, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with getting double jump. More wandering vagrants. Aurelionite, you're no longer blocked by the thing. Do your boy a favor and murk these guys. Okay, we need to hide. I need to give Cautious Slug a chance. Ooh! Dude, critting on the laser? That's what I'm talking about. Frig. Anyways, so, I really, really hate going to the grocery store. Like I said, fiery burning passion. And you may be wondering why. It's because going to the grocery store is like driving in a traffic jam full of selfish people who are trying to park. And if you disagree with me, you're wrong. 100%. The grocery store is the most painful experience of my young existence. And I stand by that 100%. Aurelionite, please use your laser on the boss, and not on these small fry. Also, I did not mean to switch weapons there. He's just so... Wait, okay, he must have lasered at least one of them, because I did not kill that one. Generally, if you go to the grocery store anytime between, like, 2 in the afternoon and like 8 in the evening, it's just a disaster of people who are selfish and stand in the middle of the aisle, you know, constantly, you know, at our location we have a pretty big self-checkout. That actually just happened recently. Before, like, currently we've got what, like 10 self-checkout aisles. Previously, we had 6? Maybe we have 12 now. Honestly, I don't remember. There are numbers. Uh-oh. Okay. Somehow we didn't die. There are numbers for how many of them there are. I honestly can't recall. I was literally at the grocery store yesterday. I don't remember. Probably would have dealt with them faster just using the normal auto attack, but whatever. We got there. Oh my goodness, so many slows. Anyways, so what would normally happen was there was no place to stand while you were waiting. This was back when we only had 6. And being, you know, the millennial that I am, I basically refused to go through the normal cashier checkout lanes. The last time I did, I had a very uncomfortable interaction with a lady behind me in line who asked me every single time about literally every single item that I had in my shopping cart. Wow, you like those? Why? That's so odd. I was buying ice cream, lady. Leave it alone. Oop. Lunar coin. See ya. Alright, now, I know there are more chests around here somewhere. There's also a second combat shrine, which we are actually going to do. It spawned a boss? What? I hate it. We need to be in a spot that allows for better... better, cover abilities for when he pops off. So anyways, yeah, I got into this discussion, and it was a very one-sided discussion because I was really trying not to engage this individual, where she basically grilled me on my grocery purchasing choices, and it was very uncomfortable. So I try to avoid going through normal checkout lanes whenever possible because I don't like interacting with people. I'm not explicitly an introvert, but I have introvert and extrovert tendencies. Classes? I'll take a brooch. So you know, I don't mind interacting with large groups of new people, but at the same time, you know, I don't exactly really feel like talking to a lot of people when I go to the grocery store, or anyone for that matter. So I just generally try to avoid it. Now, to get to the story that I was originally planning to tell when I brought up this whole grocery store anecdote. Well, okay, let me give you a little bit more backstory. Basically, you want to picture it as two normal cashier rows where they had just replaced the belts with self-checkouts. And there was nowhere to stand and wait in line if there were more than 6 people using the checkout. So, most people would stand sort of behind the, behind that sort of area, and like, as more people showed up, they would kind of go backwards in line. And... Sorry, hold on, I'm getting distracted. We need to find items, I shouldn't just be messing around. We're at the point now where runs are getting, you know, we're on stage 6. We want to find the boss. Especially with Aurelianite, you know, the boss isn't really a problem. So we want to get to the boss, we want to find items to power ourselves up. You know, tri-tip daggers aren't super great this late in the game. You know, I would say, compared to the average length of a Risk of Rain run, where we are right now could be considered mid-game, not necessarily end-game. Wow, I don't even have enough to open this. So I guess we're not... It's very late in the game, because, you know, one of the achievements is to go 20 stages, which probably would take a couple of hours. Oh, dude, it's been like only the Volcanic Egg and the Crowdfunder. Yikers. Anyways, let's just pop the teleporter. Let's get this going. Beetle Queen, please? Blazing Brass Contraption. I hate it. These guys can and will catch you off guard. At the very least, we have hooks to hit them with, and ukulele shots, and the like. And this guy being on the ground apparently is not someone that I can... Okay. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Brass contraptions can just kind of catch you off guard. It's really difficult to not be, totally destroyed. But, hey. Oh, it does appear randomly in runs. So we unlocked the item that spawns Aurelianite on boss fights. We unlocked, Infusion, which when you kill an enemy increases your health by 1 up to a cap of 100. And we unlocked a new character, the Loader, which is freaking great. So we're gonna play as the Loader next run. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please click the like button and subscribe. It helps out a great deal. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Later!